Hello producers, it's Özgün here. In this tutorial, I'm gonna show you how to make frequency fillers. So that frequency boosters are just sustained and heavily processed sounds that you put really back of the mix. And most of the time it's used on the drops and it's just boosting the energy, filling some frequencies and making the drop much more fuller. And the reason I'm shooting this video because just recently I discovered a really interesting reverb plugin and I'm gonna also demonstrate the plugin while I'm making that frequency booster sound. The reverb is called Reach and this is not a sponsored video. I was just really impressed by the workflow, by the user interface of that reverb, the Reach plugin. So I decided to shoot this video and also just give a shout out and make a kind of first look of the reverb plugin. And if you're ready, let's get into the tutorial. So to demonstrate that techniques, I just prepared some loops, some rough, drop background elements. And also maybe we can make this one as a small announcement. This is not the official announcement yet. But yeah, finally, I start to make my own sample pack. It's gonna be the big room techno sounds. It's gonna be really niche, really boutique sample pack. And I'm just working on the pack for a couple weeks now. I can say that I half finished the pack. Making sample packs, it's a little bit harder than I imagined. So there's so much aspects to be careful. And I want to deliver a really quality sample pack that everyone making big room techno and even the other genres can get some benefits on it. So all the sounds that you're gonna hear in this demo background loop is made by my samples. The samples that I already made for the sample pack. Okay, now I'm gonna play it now. So yeah, it roughly sounds like that. I just take some techno rumbles, techno kicks, some drums, some ARP. And yeah, now we have the very foundation, very basics of a big room techno drop. Okay, now we are gonna get a Serum and you can just do this technique with any sound that you like. It doesn't matter. So I'm gonna just use one of the 05 pad sounds in here, which just sounds like that. That's a really nice pad sound, but first let's get rid of the reverb of the sound. And I'm gonna just route the sound to some empty channel. The track is in D. Let's put a sustained note to the D. The first thing I'm gonna do is just give it a little bit drive. And after giving it some drive, I'm gonna load the reverb plugin, which is Reach. So as I said, this is definitely not a sponsored video. I just really enjoyed this reverb and I just decided to use this reverb and a little bit I'm gonna explain of it. So when you check the reverb, the first initial sound I really enjoyed it. So it just makes it really decent. So in the plugin, there's the reverb knob in here and you can just adjust the timing, like how long do you want the reverb, and also you can just adjust the space, how wide you like it, but I like to keep it on 100%. And then after diffusion and damping, which is gonna affect the color of the reverb, we will have the dry wet knob and this is only affecting the reverb signal. So if I just make it like 0, there will be no reverb. But if I make it 100% up, there will be full power of the reverb. So we can really make cool washout reverb with just using this block of the plugin. But if you just check, there's the master block, master section in the right bottom. And the master section currently like 50% dry, 50% wet, which means we are still getting the dry signal, no matter how wetness, how mix did we give in the reverb section in here. Even though if you make it 100%, the master is gonna determine how much dry signal, how much wet signal do you want. It's kinda like adjusting it from the mixer knob, the dry wet knob in here. So at first I find this one a little bit confusing, but I really get used to it. The only thing I don't understand, when I make the mix 0 from the reverb and make it 0 from here, so the sound is as it is. But when I make the mix 100% in here, and as you see all the effects are deactivated now, including the reverb, it's still adding some gain to the sound. It's just making it a little bit more loud, even though the gain stays on 0 dB. I just don't get it why it's acting like that. But yeah, this reverb plugin just adding a little bit of gain when you just give the mix in the master knob in here. So yeah, that's one of the things that I just don't understand about the reverb, but I probably like to use it around 50% or more. I can always adjust my output gain from the mixer, so I just don't care about it. Maybe there's some trick about it, but I just don't understand. And after that, if you just click here to the reverb, you can just make you can just change the feedback, the EQ of the reverb, and also like the pre-delay, the feedback. There will be more parameters to tweak. And now I'm gonna give a little bit reverb in here. Sounds really decent. The reverb sounds really clean. And if we go to the modulation in here, and if you give it the depth and rate, you can make the reverb tail modulate. So it's just changing the pitch and give more variation. So the reverb is gonna change. You can use it for this kind of sound designs. We will definitely need some modulation. And in here, you can just tweak the low and the high bands. You don't need to go to inside of the reverb in here. So maybe we can get a little bit less lows so it not get muddy. Until now, there is nothing special on the reverb, right? But if you just go to the effects, you will see that there are 4 different effects inside of the plugin, and which is gonna give us so much possibility when we are making sound designs like that. So what if we give some chorus to the sound? Now sound becomes so much interesting. And again, you can just click any of the effects in here and go detailed and tweak the parameters. We can change the rate, feedback, depth, delay just for the chorus effect. And it's not stopping there. Currently, the reverb is gonna apply to the dry sound, and then the chorus is applying to the reverb. But if I just drag drop the chorus, so now the reverb is gonna apply to the chorus sound. It's just same logic with ordering plugins in the mixer. Now I'm gonna revert it back. Maybe we can give a little bit of flanger. So things are getting much more interesting. Let's give degrade a little bit. Another perfect effect. So usually I just do that with stacking tons of plugins to the mixer, but with this rich reverb plugin, I just don't need extra plugins. I can give like 5 different effects inside of the same plugin. So which blow my mind, you know? And lastly, let's give some distortion to the all effects that we applied. So yeah guys, that was for the Reach plugin. So the plugin is developed by only one developer. So I think that's a really good job. And I totally recommend you to check that plugin out. It's perfect for sound design in the electronical music. I will be putting a link in the description, so if you're interested, you can check his website out. Okay, now after we finish work on the reverb, now we are gonna go grab an EQ and we will just do some, let's go for high pass in here. We will kind of make it like band pass. I'm gonna just cut all the high and low frequencies because we want to push this sound very back of the mix. So I'm gonna deactivate the EQ for now. We will need it later. And I'm gonna right click and consolidate the frequency filler channel like that. So we just freeze the channel which contains the reverb and also a little bit of drive. And now let's duplicate the channel, make it unique, and let's just make unique as sample. And now I'm gonna reverse it like that. And we will put it 1 octave up. So we got something like that. And this is the one that we already consolidated. Now let's blend 2 of the channels. Sounds decent enough, but I'm gonna get another copy. Let's make this one unique as well. This time I'm not gonna reverse it, but I'm gonna pitch it 1 octave down. After that, we have 3 channels of sound. Let's blend the signals as our taste. They sound good. And maybe the middle channel that we reversed, let's try to give it a little bit stereo delay in here. And after that, I'm gonna choose all. And let's quickly make some fade in, fade out. And now I'm gonna send all of the channels into same mixer channel, all of the tracks to the same mixer channel. And in that channel, let's deactivate the reverb and overdrive. And this time we will give some parametric EQ that we just set up and cut the low and high frequencies. And the next thing, we will just stack them like that. And after consolidating it, we got this sound. So now we can just use this sound really back off the drop. Like we don't need to give it 100% sidechain, maybe just a little bit. So the point in here is just to mix this frequency filler sound when it's barely hearable in the mix, and it's gonna change the whole thing. It's gonna add so much energy to the drop, it's gonna cover the missing frequencies, and it's gonna make your drop much more fuller. But you don't need to stop here. If you like, you can just go edit sample in here and right click, tools, and in here you will see the blur tool, which is Ctrl B as well. Just make the amount full. Make the mix full and click accept. And if you drag drop the project, you will get much more blurred, much more soft sound than it is. Let's send it to same channel so it sidechains. Yeah, when adding some blur, it's just making it more smooth, and you can also use that one as well. Just don't forget to make the in out for all the samples so they don't click. And also you can just do that as well. Just go take a portion of the sound like this long and you can just loop that portion as well. Let's use this one. Yeah, as you see, it's just adding so much to the sound. And before I end the video, maybe the last thing, last improvement we can make to this sound is just automating the pan. And we will do something like that. It's gonna be just go left, right. And you don't need to make it hard pan. You can just double click the automation. Maybe make it like 40% left, 40% right. So 40 to 60. So it's gonna only pan 10%, or let's exaggerate a little bit. Maybe we can make it 25 to 25. So we get this cool effect. It's just going left and right all the time. Also, if you just use it like that, it's gonna add so much, variation, so much depth to your track, and it's gonna totally improve the main stereo imaging for your song. So yeah guys, today I show you how to make frequency fillers for your drops. You can use it on big room tracks, techno tracks, and probably most of the genres, most of the electronical tracks. You can apply the sound and it's gonna make your drop much more fuller. So today that was it guys. I hope you can apply this to your own productions as well. See you on the next video. Bye bye.